okay, we don't want to hit the old main line somewhere in here, so we'll dig careful and just go slow, dig down, try to expose it a little bit, and then we'll pull it out with some shovels or something. Alright, it says we got a high wind warning today of like 50 miles an hour, but it's more like 100 miles an hour. Probably can't even hear it. The wind is so... Alright, we got this one all. You usually don't get wind skips with pivots, but when the wind is 100 miles an hour, the water does tend to blow away. So just shut that off and start it back up when there's no more wind. Alright, it's kind of just another unpleasant day outside today. The wind has not stopped. It's actually colder than it was yesterday. So we're going to work inside today. You already know what's on the back of the 8RX. We'll go right out here. 9 drive. You already know what's planted in that. If you don't, it's barley. Spring barley. Put the depth wheels back on because this is not as far along and I don't want to rip it out. Okay, I think we're ready. Alright, you can see I got the Great Plains 54 row air planter hooked up. Wait a minute, this is a John Deere grain drills. Well, anyways, got them hooked up, and there's a couple spots I noticed are a little bit thin, especially on the hillsides where the soil is probably a little bit lighter, and so I'm thinking the seed got pressed in too deep and the emergence wasn't that great. Filled it up with barley. We're gonna go reseed some of the hillsides. Alright, got the D8 out here, and what we're going to do this morning is we've got a pivot right here that sweeps around right here. We got an old main line right here that used to water this field, but now that I got the pivot in here, don't really need this main line, except for that we still got like 5 or 6 acres right here, kind of in a point going out there, so the pivot doesn't really sweep in there. So what we're going to do is use this main line right here and bring it out here further. It actually has a cap on it. I'm not sure why. It was just stopped right there. From there, we're going to dig a trench past the pivot track, reach into this 5 or 6 acres right here, and then put a riser out here. So we got water on this piece of land. And then, yeah, the main line does go all the way to that riser right there, but we're just going to take the D8, push that thing over, rip it out. Alright, I am looking for I'm not sure what they're called. I'll let you know when I find them. Oh, here we go. Right here, whatever these are. Activating arm something. Okay, I guess there's only one here. These, one end goes underneath the switch box. This end goes underneath the switch box. And the other end goes on the other side onto the next span. And as the towers move, or each span moves, that arm thing goes up through the bottom of the switch boxes. Kind of actuates the micro switches in there, telling the drive motor when to turn on and off. That's how it stays in alignment. So right here on this pivot, you can see that arm right here, and then it goes along and mounts underneath that switch box right there. That's basically where that thing goes. Alright, we got this box wired up, and now this actuator arm, whatever you want to call it, goes right in there, and then right under here. But I need to get 2 bolts and a couple nuts to bolt this on, so we'll just do these things later.